rather than looking at the matter but looking at around the matter, you actually see a whole different form, which actually gives definition to that specific matter. That's right, you actually see a baby, don't you? This is how I would define, and of course in art they call it negative space. So the work at looking at the blood wasn't necessarily focusing all of my attention on the cells, or how many cells for that matter, whether I was looking at red blood cells or white blood cells, but what was the environment in which those cells lived. Let me just share with you some facts here. Japanese people eat very little fat and have fewer heart attacks than Americans. Mexicans eat a lot of fat and have fewer heart attacks than Americans. Chinese drink very little red wine and have fewer heart attacks than Americans. Italians drink a lot of red wine and have fewer heart attacks than Americans. Germans drink a lot of beer, eat sausage, but suffer fewer heart attacks than Americans. Conclusion? Eat and drink whatever you like. Being American is what kills you. Now, we know that's not true. But, you know, when I'm reading some of the conclusions of scientific research, sometimes it feels like that. A few years ago, I was honored by Dr. Lawrence Carter, who is the protege of Martin Luther King. And Martin Luther King turned over the reins to Dr. Carter. And I met him because he found the pH miracle. He was challenged with prostate cancer, and one of the other challenges that affects a lot of Americans, and that's acid reflux. He was amazed at how quickly his acid reflux was resolved, and he had no idea it was going to help him resolve his prostate cancer's challenge. Here you see Shelley and I with Dr. Carter, and I love this picture because we're standing in front of Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and Ikeda, who all stood for ending segregation, bigotry, and I think this is all important. In fact, Dr. Carter said to me, which I was quite surprised when he was saying it, and I asked for clarification. He said, Dr. Young, you're going to save my people. And I said, what? I said, what do you mean by that? And he says, well, you are the Martin Luther King of the 21st century. You're going to save my people from soul food. And I said to him, I said, well, what is soul food? He said, well, soul food is food that's not good for the body. I guess it's good for the soul or the spirit, but not good for the body. Well, he has a wonderful sense of humor, just an incredible man. We were honored to be there and to be honored with others at an event where he sodium bicarbonate. It happens to be probably the most powerful compound, sodium bicarbonate, which the body is continually making in order to maintain its alkaline design, is simple sodium bicarbonate or baking soda. It's very, very important. The major organ that produces this compound is the stomach. So I've redefined digestion as an alkaline buffering system, with the stomach's major purpose is not to digest food, but to alkalize the food that we're ingesting. As we realize that for every molecule of hydrochloric acid that's being produced in the stomach, an equal amount, or a molecule of sodium bicarbonate, is also produced. This sodium bicarbonate is produced to maintain alkalinity and to raise alkalinity of the food before it's presented in the small intestine. In this teeter-totter effect, I've set then the 4 food groups, and I've defined them as what I call the COWS program. COWS is an acronym for chlorophyll, oil, water, and salt. These are the 4 essential foods that one needs